Welcome back to yet another book review on a very interesting book. This book is by Dr. Edward de Bono and it's titled How to Have a Beautiful Mind. It was published in the year 2004. Well, this book is all about how to become more attractive, not with a makeover for the body, but with a makeover for the mind by using the power of creative thinking. Dr. Edward de Bono is a physician and psychologist famous the world over for having originated the term lateral thinking. We spend a fortune on clothes, cosmetics, diets and workouts to make our bodies more attractive each day. Yet we hardly consider the one thing that enhances everyone's appeal, a beautiful mind, says Dr. Edward de Bono. The one thing that enhances everyone's appeal, a beautiful mind. There is this beautiful woman at a cocktail party. She has flawless skin, elegant clothes and a perfect figure. Surprisingly, she seems to be much on her own. People come up to her and quickly drift away. Then there is this short, balding and mousy man. He is always surrounded by people in animated conversation with him. What on earth is going on? Asks Edward de Bono. At the cocktail party, the beautiful woman had a boring mind and the mousy man had a beautiful mind. I repeat, at the cocktail party, the beautiful woman had a boring mind and the mousy man had a beautiful mind. And that is why the man got more attention than the woman, says Edward de Bono. You are born with a certain shape of face and body, so there's only a certain amount you can do to make them more beautiful. But there is much that you can do to make your mind more beautiful, says Dr. Edward de Bono. As you get older, physical beauty tends to fade. On the other hand, beauty of mind can actually increase even as you get older and older. But many people spend a great deal of time, effort and money to make themselves more physically beautiful. It makes sense to spend some time and effort to make your mind more beautiful, says Edward de Bono. And how does a beautiful mind show itself? The beauty of your mind shows in your conversation, says Edward de Bono. I repeat, the beauty of your mind shows in your conversation, says Edward de Bono. Chapter 1 opens with the topic how to agree, or how to agree with the person to whom you are talking. To have a beautiful mind, you must genuinely seek to find points of agreement. The agreement must be genuine and not just sycophantic pretense, says Edward de Bono. If you agree with everything, there is not much of a discussion. At the same time, too often, academics or highly educated people tend to disagree because they have been encouraged to do so. This type of mind is intensely irritating and is far from being a beautiful mind, says Edward de Bono. So where do I stand? You need to be somewhere between these two extremes. You do not have to agree with everything. You should not disagree with everything as well, says Edward de Bono. Usually, an argument is looked upon as a battle between egos. But remember, you need not always win an argument. If you insist on winning arguments all the time, you just end up showing off your arguing ability. On the other hand, when you lose an argument, you gained a new, wonderful point of view. A discussion should be a genuine attempt to explore a subject rather than a battle between competing egos. I repeat, a discussion should be a genuine attempt to explore a subject rather than a battle between competing egos, says Dr. Edward de Bono. When you wish to disagree with someone's opinion or point of view, do not disagree just to show how clever you are or to boost your ego. When you disagree, do so politely and gently rather than rudely and aggressively, says Edward de Bono. When you disagree, do so politely and gently rather than rudely and aggressively, says Edward de Bono. How to differ? In the sense, how to differ from another person's opinion or point of view. Differences are usually based on differing experiences, says Edward de Bono. A teacher teaching in an economically deprived area will have experiences different from those of a teacher in a more affluent area, says Edward de Bono. Differences are usually based on differing experiences. A teacher teaching in an economically deprived area will have experiences different from those of a teacher in a more affluent area. Hence, difference of opinion is not a bad thing. Difference enriches the situation. Different values and experiences add to the discussion. I repeat, difference enriches the situation. Different values and experiences add to the discussion. So when you beg to differ, always also remember that your intention should not be to remove the difference but to investigate the basis for the difference. Being interesting is much more important than winning an argument. If you are interesting, people will want to be with you. People will seek your company. People will enjoy talking to you, says Edward de Bono. Being interested and being interesting go together. Being interested and being interesting go together. You need to develop the habit of finding interest in almost anything, says Edward de Bono. So how do I do that? Quite simple, says Edward de Bono. You just need to get into the habit of saying, "Now that's interesting." You just need to get into the habit of saying, "Now that's interesting," says Edward de Bono. Any speaker wants to communicate and to be understood, so no one minds being asked to repeat or to clarify something. Even if there is the slightest doubt, you need to ask for clarification. Is this what you said? Is that correct? I'm not sure I understood what you said. Could you repeat it? I'm not totally clear about what you've just said. Could you clarify it for me? To ask for a clarification does not mean that you are stupid. On the contrary, you are showing so much interest in what is being said that you want to be sure you have understood it correctly. The overall objective in any conversation should be to have an enjoyable and interesting discussion. Instead of the usual battle of argument, there should be a joint effort to explore the subject. I repeat, instead of the usual battle of argument, there should be a joint effort to explore the subject, says Edward de Bono. Moving on next to his chapter on how to listen, Edward de Bono says, "A good listener is very nearly as attractive as a good talker. You cannot have a beautiful mind if you do not know how to listen. A good listener shows that he or she is paying attention to what is being said. If you do not want to listen to anyone else, then why should anyone else want to listen to you?" I repeat, if you do not want to listen to anyone else, then why should anyone else want to listen to you? Asks Edward de Bono. It is impossible to have complete information about everything, says Edward de Bono. Repeating to one person what you recently heard from another is perfectly valid. However, the danger is that if the first person has got it wrong, so too will you. Repeating to one person what you recently heard from another is perfectly valid. However, the danger is that if the first person has got it wrong, so too will you. So you should be very careful about your knowledge input or your sources, says Edward de Bono. Where do you get your knowledge input? What do you feed into your mind? There are the usual information sources like newspapers, books, lectures, other people, the internet, magazines, or courses. So before you share your information and knowledge, be sure of where you get your knowledge input, says Edward de Bono. Towards the end of the book, Edward de Bono encourages his readers to start a conversation club for themselves. The conversation club is a group of people who agree to meet on a regular basis to practice and enjoy the art of conversation. The members of the club may be all from one family or from other families, neighbors, work colleagues, friends, or even brought together by notices in the library or other places, says Edward de Bono. To have a conversation club, just two qualifications are needed, says Edward de Bono. Firstly, a member should speak and understand the language. Secondly, motivation. Motivation is the key qualification, says Edward de Bono. If all the members are motivated, then the club will be successful, says Edward de Bono. In conclusion, Edward de Bono says, a beautiful body and a beautiful face age and grow old. A beautiful mind does not age and in fact can become ever more beautiful. A beautiful body and a beautiful face without a beautiful mind can be boring. A beautiful mind without a beautiful body or a beautiful face can still be attractive, says Edward de Bono. I repeat, a beautiful mind without a beautiful body or a beautiful face can still be attractive, says Edward de Bono. Grab a copy of this lovely book for yourself right away. It's available on all e-stores across the web and on your nearest bricks and mortar retail stores as well. That's all for now, and until we meet again on yet another interesting video lesson, it's me Rufus signing off for now. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.